Dr. Siddeek Ahmed of Iram joins us now, and he perhaps one would say is one of the deepest insider of the region. He spent over 3 decades here. He has a very deep understanding of which way the business, the economy and the Indo-Saudi or Indo-Gulf relationships are moving. So thank you very much. It's our first time we are in Riyadh, and we absolutely, it's such a great feeling. What lovely hospitality, and the way everyone is really taking care of. It's actually magnificent really to come here. I just want to start with your understanding of Saudi Arabia as the next investment destination. The sense which we've got at the FI conference is that Saudi Arabia is not just only about oil. It is about investment, it is about new technology, and it is also about tourism.
Thank you so much. First of all, give me an opportunity to sit with you. You are the legend for the media, so I'm so happy to be with you today. When you're talking about Saudi Arabia, I got last 38 years here. I know in and out what happened to this country. The country was going through a lot of transformations. It is not something small, which is unbelievable. When I arrived here in '95, I cannot move to one city to other city without getting authorization and getting so many procedures are there. Believe me, today the Saudi Arabia makes people life easy. The country becoming happiness country. That's what important to say. Earlier we all work illegally, we do the business illegally. It's illegally because we can't do it in the business directly with the government of license. We have to go with the part of some Saudi people to get into their license, and we work as a binami, we can say. But nowadays it's all change. The thing is change means the people have a more happy to come here, more happy to invest here. Then you are saying about the hospitality, and you are happy with the part today. It's mint, and really I love that hearing first time you are coming to Saudi Arabia. When we are here last 38 years back, with 2 riyal, we will have our day food. It means the food cost is very good for the people, can be affordable. Today, whole world is talking about Saudi Arabia, just saying about the investment. There are more than investment in this country. There is a culture. The people doesn't talk about it. So the culture will take time to overcome. As you are bringing any new style, new lifestyle, it can't be overcome in a day. The culture, what he says, they have a family culture, they have a society culture. More than that, they have a society with bonding culture. So Saudi Arabia now talking about earlier in oil and gas and so on so. No, more than that, Saudi Arabia was managing Hajj and Umrah professionally without non-profitable. So government is spending a lot of money on that to make sure that people come and go back in safely. This is one of the biggest things what the country is doing.
So if somebody has to invest in Saudi Arabia, and because your group is present in businesses in the Gulf region, which are the high growth businesses according to you?
See, tourism, no doubt, because 85% of the countries are not visited in Saudi Arabia as a tourism. Even the India, most of the people went to China, America, Europe, but I'm sure that till yesterday, maybe 3 to 4% of the people, because India got 1.5 billion populations. So it is not covered. So tourism will be one of the attractive in this country to put up the hotels, put up the services for that. Number 2, IT infrastructure. As he says, the country is a starting country, virgin. So it's need lot of support from across the companies, like manufacturing. Now the government is giving a lot of support for manufacturing, and they are re-exporting now. And of course, the country is supporting for everything, mining, so you name it. The country is interested to support for any investors and welcoming, and they are very hard, supporting that way.
Can you tell us a bit more about the Iram Group? What are the businesses you currently operating in? Which are the areas you currently are focusing on?
In India, it's separately from Middle East. Here we have a travel agency, we have a skilled, high skill supporting to the Ministry of Government Aramco or the NEOM and other areas. Other than that, manufacturing is one of the important. When I started 13 years back.
Manufacturing in Saudi Arabia?
In Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
The largest manufacturing, the first company of power electronics in Saudi Arabia. There was no company, and even though local authority was not believing it's going to happen. Believe me, today I am sitting with you. Got the good news that Saudi Electricity approved our products after 13 years, but after that they have protocol because they don't believe on the local products without technology partners. So there are so much of interesting things I am doing in Saudi Arabia with whatever, I don't want to say name it many things, but Iram is last 3 decades, we are strongly based in Saudi Arabia. We do a lot of Saudis are working with us. That's meaning 35 to 40% are Saudis in our organization. Similarly, we have 40+% is Indian too, because more than 40% we can't accommodate Indians in the country because of visa quotas. We are very much.
What is your workforce? How many employees do you have?
Now we have 10,000.
Okay.
It wasn't before COVID 14,000. Then there was a lot of migration happen, and one of the thing is now Saudi Arabia is charging levy, so the people coming with the family started reducing, not because of a levy. The levy paying by as company, but the family also need to be paid. So that's one of the system the government is working on it to remove. That could be possible to be in any time soon. But investing in Saudi Arabia, presently it's very, very comfortable zone. The important things to say today, if you start giving application online with the Ministry of Investment, within 24 hours you get the license. Then your formalities can be completed in 15 days. This is not happening anywhere in the world. So they've done a lot of.
So the company is on a curve of not incremental changes but transformational changes.
Yes, the country is transformational.
My final question to you is that for an Indian entrepreneur in his 30s, if he wants to start a fresh business here and do exactly what you did 38 years ago, where is the opportunity, and vice versa, if an entrepreneur in Saudi Arabia wants to start a business in India, want to invest in India, where should they invest?
It's a good question and it's a tough answer to be. Again, you need to learn something about the country wherever you are going. Because of Siddeek Ahmed experience, because I have 30+ years experience, that experience I get everything easy. But the people when they come to new, they have to approach the Embassy of India to understand the local rules and regulations, then the Ministry of Investment, then of course chambers to understand if they are going with a higher investment. Otherwise, it's a perfect place to come and invest. Now everybody talk about startup, but if they believe on themselves, the startup they have to start with their own money, then come to the next level. When they start getting money from third party, they have 80% is failure nowadays. So earlier when you see that startups are a success because of they come with their own money, then later they go for collecting the third party. So one of the area, if they are coming with the manufacturing, the country will be supporting. They are ready to give up to 75% of subsidizing.
Okay.
And they are giving special rates on power electrical. The exports, they give you special subsidy. So the country is giving a lot of areas. I don't want to tell the people to come here, invest in one particular area. It's an open country. There is an open opportunities here. As vice to going back to India, I was working with the ambassador of India and Saudi government to invest in India. We've taken many delegates there, and they are invested now in a lot of areas. There are certain criteria between India and repatriate the fund. After investing in India, the repatriating the fund, still there is a clarity, not it. So there are certain companies are not investing, but of course there is a lot of opportunity to invest in India, especially from Saudi Arabia. They are investing in now infrastructures, the warehouses and food authorities, and there, as you know, that Saudi Aramco industry invest in a bigger level for refinery. So there is no doubt at all, not only from Saudi Arabia, I am believing that across the world are happy to invest in India. There is many companies are coming to India. I'm seeing that our new generation, which is young people, 21 years plus, will get the job in coming years.
Well, really appreciate your time. So good to meet you in person, and I look forward to welcoming you in India very soon.
I'm so happy to see you, and I'm sure that we will meet again and again.
Thank you very much.
And we'll have some quality discussion.
Thank you.